They ones, the main ones, the realest ones, the people who've been keeping the channel going.
My way, always on a stylist. Baby, it's the way you
Tap subscribe. Welcome back to the MAEVUIM YouTube channel. It's your girl MAEVUIM, and today I got a new video for you guys. If you aren't familiar, I am a singer-songwriter as well as somebody who's into astrology. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're a new subscriber, smash the subscribe button. You gotta do that for me, and drop this fire heart emoji if you're a part of the mean team, the day ones, the main ones, the realest ones, the people who've been keeping the channel going. Might be 350 of y'all right now, but we're gonna get to at least 1,000 by the end of the year. I'm determined, okay? So today we're gonna talk about the 5 signs of toxic femininity. Yes, women can be toxic. If not, we are very manipulative. Women are emotional creatures first. But before I even go any further, make sure you check out the 5 signs of the toxic masculinity video if you haven't already. Okay? With women, we use our emotions to determine whether we're going to think, act, or react. Like a fine line between healthy and toxic femininity when it comes to that. Because when a woman doesn't come from a healthy home that's functional, that femininity could really cripple the fuck out of her. You know, when you have a softer voice, a soft apparel, an innocent demeanor, all those things are rooted in you being happy with yourself from the inside. And as a woman, when you're in your feminine energy, you're bubbly, you're happy, you're emotional, you're full of life. These things can be a yin or a yang effect of these 5 things I'm going to list off, okay? These could be good or bad, because to every good, there is some bad to it. Because, for example, if you hit somebody, depending on the situation, it could be good or bad. If it's self-defense, it's good. If it's out of malice, it's bad. You could take what you want from this video. I'm just the messenger. I ain't telling you to do nothing. I myself need to be more aware of these things I'm about to list off. I am not no perfect being, but I caught myself doing these things one too many times to the point where it's like, okay, let's implement some changes. So the first sign of toxic femininity, oh my God, would be emotional manipulation. Let's just say if you get into a domestic situation and you hit the guy first, you as the woman hit the man first, you are wrong. And if he pushes you off in his defense, you start crying, that's very manipulative. I don't think you have any right to cry wolf when you put your hands on somebody first, okay? Let's just say you get into a dispute, blah, 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 blah. I don't want you to do this and that, but it's like you go do it in the head, and he just out of instinct try to guard you from hitting him or like causing real damage to him, and you want to sit and cry. It's not appropriate. You can't sit and cry if you antagonize somebody. You can't sit and cry after you and because women, we are more susceptible and more accepted into embracing our emotions. Like it's almost second nature for people to feel sympathy for us for showing emotions, whether it's tears or just defeat. Women obviously are the weaker sex, but I feel like if you are going to take advantage of our biology in that way, that is very toxic, and you do need to be checked for that. The second side of toxic femininity would be lack of boundaries. So this one can apply in any aspect of life, whether it's dating, friendships, jobs, career, relationships, just overall lifestyle. If you are ultimately a people pleaser, you need to spend some time in isolation to know yourself and to set boundaries, because this is where this doesn't work in your favor. Because a lot of people like to say, oh, the modern woman is very combative, aggressive, just not on page and stuff like that. And a lot of people are growing up in dysfunctional households to the point where it's like, when people psychologically manipulate people into thinking they're a bad person, into not having boundaries, people don't have boundaries, so they don't get perceived as a bad person. Okay. And if I'm being real, I'm not gonna put my whole business out there. I grew up in a family that was very dysfunctional. Hence is why I live on my own. I'm only 22. I moved out at 18, and I kind of did not return. I'm like, fuck it, I'm never going back. But I've never had a secure, structured environment where I felt like, okay, it was okay to set boundaries. It was okay to say no. It was okay to be like, I'm uncomfortable with this. I don't want to do this. I never had that environment to do that. And now as I've dated, become friends with people, trust my own emotions. I've been so emotionally detached from my own worth for a while, to the point where it's like, nah, I don't care if someone wants to perceive me any kind of way. In order to be a feminine woman, you have to set boundaries. Setting boundaries doesn't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to say, get the fuck out of my face, you know? But it, like, depending on the time or place. I ain't perfect, okay? But depending on the time and place, sometimes it depends. It depends on the situation. But setting boundaries means you've already had these mental notes and spiritual notes within yourself to know what lines you're willing to cross, what takes away from my happiness, what takes me out of my peaceful mindset and triggers me into my warrior mindset. You need to understand, if you don't have those boundaries for yourself, you are in the category of a toxic feminine woman. Because to be a people pleaser and being sensitive to the word selfish, or somebody calling you selfish, I'm sorry, you gotta be a bitch. Being a bitch is part of being feminine, because you are preserving your energy. You're not giving it to no one. Stop people pleasing. That's toxic. I already did a video on people pleasing. Don't do it. And I know a lot of girls in my community, black girls, dark skin girl, whatever, who are told black women are submissive, black women are combative. That couldn't be more false. I swear to God, it cannot be more false. It really could not be more false. Because a lot of women shrink themselves to fit other people's BS doctrines so that they don't recognize their own worth. Nobody's saying go toe to toe, be in somebody's face. I ain't doing shit for you. You ain't this, and that. Just be like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. Or simply just no. It is what it is. You're not responsible for anybody but yourself. Anybody else want to do something, you can defend yourself. But other than that, you are responsible for your own actions. Because at the end of the day, whatever you agree to doing, whether if it's a service to somebody, it can always come back and manipulate you. So trust yourself. You don't want to do something, don't do it. Stop letting other people set statures for you. Your life is yours, okay? So that's done. It's over. Number 3 of toxic femininity. Now, okay, so I grew up in a very dysfunctional foreign African home. And guess what? I pay all my bills, so I'm gonna talk all the shit I want. And if this is shit talking, then you just not ready for the reality. Don't come to my YouTube channel. Go listen to some preaching or whatever you want to hear that's gonna feed your ego. But over here, these are for people who want to grow. But the third sign of toxic femininity would be emasculating language towards men. I told you guys I am not a feminist, but I do believe in holding us accountable to an extent. So if a man can't do something for you, you need to be okay with compromise for one, and proper communication so you get proper understanding of where things are headed. What that means is, if a guy can't buy you a Birkin, buy you Chanel, buy you Gucci, buy you a $300 dinner, don't be saying this dude's a broke ass, cheap ass nigga, or don't be saying that, you know, all men are trash because you dealt with one bad guy. That's not fair. That's not fair. Y'all know it's not fair. You can't talk like that. If you're gonna, like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Especially if you, let's just say, if he was a mailman. You think a mailman can buy you some Nobles or something from Nobles? He can't do it. And don't be shaming the dude because he can't do it for you. Just excuse yourself from the situation. Like, when I see stuff like unalive all men on the internet, it bothers me. I got 8 brothers. I'm not okay with that. Not at all. Fourth sign of toxic femininity would be pick me syndrome. I think I've been cured. Because I was trying to rekindle with somebody lately, but then the energy's just like, May, what you doing? This dude ain't even buy you flowers to apologize. He didn't even, like, reach out. Well, okay, he did, but, like, it's complicated. And the fact that I'm saying it's complicated shows I'm not even going to take the situation serious. But pick me syndrome, okay? Where if you get some sort of attention from men, you done lose your whole fucking identity. Excuse my language. I need to go to freaking etiquette classes, but like, you lost your whole identity to be a pick-me. Oh, I would never do that. Yeah, oh my God. Girl, shut the fuck up. What pick-me syndrome is, like I said, is a girl that didn't really get male attention, or she's the type of girl that is insecure around other women, and she puts other women down in the presence of men, being a yes man to these dudes, be chasing after dudes, be crying after them. Why didn't he do this for me? Why can't you choose me? Oh, I would never do that, Derek. Oh my God. I'm like, this. Girl, bye. Please. If, like, bro, how you would pick me and never got picked? Sit your ass down. Sit down! No, like, sit the fuck down. Like, pick me bitches are so ick. And I'm sorry, that shit is toxic to yourself, because you're trying to say, I'm not worth being fought for. Like, we all want the strong man that can do what he can and go through the forest fires to get to us. What the fuck are you chasing for? And whether men, if you're a man watching this, whether you want to believe it or not, okay, y'all know good and damn well y'all gonna go through obstacles to get to the girl that you want. And I know for a fact, because I've had probably 2 healthy relationships out of all of them I've been in. These guys was willing to put in the work, because I am not that easy to impress. I'm bubbly, I'm open, but I'm very preserved with my energy. I really am. Because I don't like, I've learned from the pick-me stages of my life, bitch, you look like a joke. Don't do it. Anytime you feel the need to chase after a man, he a bitch. He a bitch, okay? And I told y'all, I still have some of these toxic feminine traits, but he a bitch. Why are you chasing after dudes? He not into you like that. Don't ever let a dude put you in that situation. Let me tell you something. Like, there's this one guy I like, right? I don't know how I feel towards the situation. I liked him, but whatever happened, he was super direct. I'm not even trying to deal with nobody right now. Whether it was with me or anybody, I don't really care. I took it, left it what it is what it is. Because never be the type of girl to be a pick-me. If a guy said he don't want you, he don't want you. Leave it alone. Don't let him tell you twice. Don't let him tell you 3 times. Don't let him tell you when he pop up with a new bitch. Don't do it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't even go there. It is what it is. And that's the mentality you need to develop when you are in your pick-me stage of life. If you're not getting everything in tenfold at front consistently for like 4, 5, 6 months without fucking him, okay? Leave him alone. He's on the bench. He's not first lineup, okay? He's not getting drafted. No, just no. Now, this is the 5th sign of toxic femininity, and you know my sisters, okay? I gotta be 100 with y'all. We're guilty of this sometimes. But listen, there are some girls where it's like entitlement. The 5th sign of toxic femininity will be entitlement, okay? I think whether you come from a wealthy background or you built the wealth up for yourself, please, we get it. And like, we do wear that with our ego and pride, because it's not easy to get there, especially with all the traumas we face in our communities, okay? But never let nobody take your crown off your head. So don't let anybody make you feel like you have to embrace this entitled ego to protect yourself by being disrespectful, okay? I know a lot of foreign women, y'all need to listen. Women are supposed to nurture people with healing, with truth, with words, with music, with beauty, okay? And I don't think it's appropriate when you're a disrespectful woman, and that's very toxic, because I feel like you don't obtain any favors by, like, you know what I'm saying, presenting yourself in an aggressive manner to the world, like bullying people. Like, even if you're not interested in somebody, you don't have to disgrace somebody, You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta stoop low. Our ancestors are kings and queens. Our ancestors created this world that it is. Please don't shame them. Because only reason why I'm saying this is toxic femininity because it takes away from your happiness by being disrespectful. And we all know it. And whether you're talking to somebody, you know, always talk to somebody from a place of growth rather than detriment. If you know for a fact that the intentions behind whatever's coming out of your mouth isn't to leave things in a neutral or positive state, don't even say it. Don't even say it. Like, and this is in real life situations, okay? Because y'all know I be having a mouthful to say in these zodiac talks and stuff, right? If you are out in the real world, something isn't appeasing you, always just excuse yourself like a lady. Always be a lady. Please. Please. Always be a lady. I know listen, I'm acting a fool right now because I'm in my house. But let me tell you something. MAEVUIM and May are two different people. Right now I'm MAEVUIM. Okay? But May is Mother Earth. May is a goddess. May is beautiful inside and out. I know it's like we all need to develop our own personal ego to tap into, because I don't know, it's good to keep things at bay. And I know when to activate. MAEVUIM, I know that's pretty weird. But that is all that I have today for this little conversation that we have. 5 signs of toxic femininity. Listen, these things also can be reversed to be used for positive. Now that you know what it is for the toxicity of it, flip it and turn it into something positive. All those things. Because where there's a bad, there's a good. Where there's a yin, there's a yang. So that's all that I have to say. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. Why am I messing up my word? Make sure you smash the subscribe button. Tune back in for my YouTube channel for more videos. Bye.
Here you go. Check out MAEVUIM.com for all behind the scenes exclusive content for the Mean Team only. We got photos, videos, as well as consultations, collaborations, all that extra good stuff. Make sure you stream my music, my debut EP Siren, which is all on there at MAEVUIM.com. Check me out, and I love you guys. Bye, Mean Team.